Yo-Yo people, I'm Nate, and this is Let's Talk Yo-Yo. Today I am reviewing a prototype by PDX-Yo out of Portland, and this is the Swamp Monster. Alright, this is my review of the prototype of the Swamp Monster. Alright, as I said, this is a prototype. There are some things that are being sort of minor adjustments, minor tweaks here and there. Nothing major though. This is pretty much what you're going to get. And this yo-yo was on pre-order for a while. I don't know if it's still being pre-ordered or not. You should check that out. I'll have links to all that information from PDX. A fairly new company, brand new company. This is their first yo-yo. And the Swamp Monster actually gets its name from this really rad colorway. It has this sort of brown and sort of coppery and blue and kind of bluish green, very Swamp Monster like. Really nice, really cool, eye-catching, beautiful color. Like it a lot. A bunch of guys basically decided, hey, we're gonna get together and make a yo-yo. I would definitely check out their Instagram. I'll have a link in the description here. They have some great photos of this yo-yo, just really beautiful feed, and so definitely check that out. Let's go ahead and talk about the shape and construction of the yo-yo. It is an H-shape yo-yo, really kind of standard H-shape, really comfortable. You know, it has a nice open gap here, and there's that little extra step, kind of very similar to when I reviewed, it just kind of reminds me because it's fairly fresh in my memory, when I reviewed the Eclipse, it has a similar gap to that. Not quite exactly, but a very similar sort of extra little step there. It's going to keep a lot from, you know, the friction there, and it's really going to be really decent for high performance, those sort of type tricks. Fairly wide, nice open gap. Lots of extra weight to the rims there as well. Now, one of the things that's going to be changed is the spikes on the hub here. The spikes are going to be a little bit longer, a little bit sharper, so you can actually matador with them. Right now, they're not really sharp. They're pretty dull. But that doesn't really bother me so much, but that is going to be an added feature to the production. I think they're also going to be taking off some of the machine marks, which I don't really feel like there's too much on this, but just kind of smooth out some of those things. So again, just minor little tweaks here and there, nothing major. I don't really feel like the playability is going to be that drastically changed, that because it plays really good now, which we'll talk about, of course. But yeah, man, has a little bit of an IRG there. It doesn't hook in deeply, but you can get your thumb in there. It's gonna be really decent for finger spins as well. Nice area there, and it's very deep bowls. Has nice, just, I wouldn't say a stability ring, but here we just kind of have an aesthetic sort of ring there. But it does add a little bit of weight. I like it. I really like the shape. I think it's a good all around really nice shape. I like H-shape yo-yos a lot. They fit comfortably in the hand, but also have nice open gaps, so really performance driven as well. All right, so let's go ahead and play it and see how it plays on the string. All right, welcome back to the on the string section with the Swamp Monster. Man, I really like the play of this yo-yo. It has some decent edges to it, but they're not so sharp that it makes it uncomfortable catch. You can feel them, but the yo-yo is wide enough that it definitely fits the hand really nice. I really enjoy the feel on the string. You can definitely tell how stable this yo-yo is just from the first throw. It has tons of weight to those rims, and but just enough center weight as well that it's not just sort of unwieldy. But yeah, man, really stable. Nice, got decent amount of power as well. I've been playing this yo-yo for a couple weeks now, and so I'm very familiar with how it plays on the string. I really like it. I'm excited to see what the final production will be like. I believe it's going to be in the same colorway as well, hence the name and all that. Not too bad for regens. Most H-shape yo-yos are pretty decent. Man, that gap is really really nice and open. Very much a performance driven sort of gap on there. You're going to get a few extra string wraps on that. Not a problem. Yeah, gap is great. Kind of let go of that, but that kind of just shows you how it's a really performance driven yo-yo. For a prototype, it's actually fairly smooth. I would give it probably a 9 out of 10. It's not dead smooth, but it's gonna be, I think, for the production, for A grades at least. Let's do some rejections to see how that works there. Yeah, it's nice. That shape is really nice. The blast on this isn't super aggressive. It definitely has more of a shinier feel to it than a matte finish, but so that ANO really pops, but it's slick enough that it's definitely not tacky by any means. Let's do a finger spin. It hits that pocket there. There we go. It does have an IRG, but you kind of have to tilt it just a little bit to hit it just right, at least from my experience with it. I don't really do a lot of those kind of tricks, but you can hit it. What happens is, though, that at least for me, when I pop it up, my finger hits this little extra ring here, you know, before it hits the actual IRG. And so you kind of have to tilt it maybe just a little bit if you're wanting to do those sort of tricks. Yeah, man, I really like it. Let's go ahead and play one of my tricks, and then we'll call it a day. I really enjoy the Swamp Monster, fun name, and I think PDX has a good thing going here. I think great minds, when they come together, create good yo-yos, and so which there's a lot of compromising that maybe has to happen, the cooperation needs to happen, but when it's good, it's good, and so it seems like they have a really good team that seems like they're going places. And so I'm excited for their first yo-yo. And I'm excited to see where they go with it and see how people respond to it. Really nice proto. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, it's like I said, just minor little things. I think what's really good about what I really think this yo-yo has going for it, it has a lot of power and has a lot of stability. And so really nice gap on there as well for those more performance driven sort of tricks and competition driven play. So anyways, really like the Swamp Monster. Check them out, and again, check out their Instagram. Really beautiful photos. And so that's PDX, and this is the Swamp Monster, and that's my review. All right, as usual, good day and good yo-yo.